Hello everyone, happy to see you again for this first video. The summer break has started for F1. I offer you an update on what happened recently. Enjoy watching. Jonathan Wheatley will step down as Red Bull's sporting director to become the new Audi F1 team principal, although the appointment has not yet been confirmed by Audi at the time of this video. Wheatley has been a key figure at Red Bull for almost 2 decades, helping to win 13 world championships. Christian Horner has praised that contribution. Wheatley will remain in his role until the end of this season, before taking a leave of absence next year. Red Bull has announced an upcoming reorganization of the team. The news comes shortly after the departure of Audi CEO Andreas Seidl and the arrival of ex-Ferrari Mattia Binotto, who will be Wheatley's boss. With Wheatley's announced departure, he is the second key member to leave Red Bull this year, following Adrian Newey. The FIA has updated Formula One's regulations following criticism at the Chinese Grand Prix, where ambiguous rules caused confusion. During qualifying, Carlos Sainz caused a red flag by stopping on track after contact with the wall, but managed to pit and continue the session, prompting a complaint from Aston Martin based on Article 39.6. The stewards dismissed the complaint, clarifying that the article only applied to cars requiring outside assistance. The FIA has now clarified the article, now stating that a driver whose car stops outside the pit lane and who receives physical assistance will not be able to continue the session. Mercedes engineering director Andrew Chauvelin said the team is looking at all possible reasons for the poor reading, including increased tire wear and material loss on the car's floor. Both cars started the race with the same weight, but Russell's lost weight more quickly than Hamilton's. This gave a slight advantage in terms of lap times, but the difference was minimal. Despite the disappointment, Chauvelin highlighted the team's overall good performance in the hot conditions at Spa-Francorchamps, which is encouraging, given that the W15 usually performs better in cooler conditions. Mercedes is motivated to improve its processes to avoid such incidents in the future. As we know, Carlos Sainz has signed with Williams F1 for a 2-year contract after the last Belgian Grand Prix. From the 2025 season, Sainz will form a duo with Albon. During his F1 career, the 29-year-old Spaniard has achieved 3 victories, 23 podiums, more than 100 points, and is currently in 5th place in the Drivers' Championship this season. I am very happy to announce that I will be joining Williams Racing from next year. The driver market has been particularly complex this year for various reasons, which has delayed the announcement of my decision, said Sainz. However, I am fully convinced that Williams is the ideal place to continue my career in F1. Joining such a historic and prestigious team, where many of my childhood heroes have driven, is a great pride for me. The arrival of Carlos Sainz means that Logan Sargent will leave the team at the end of this season, after 2 years with the team. Following Bruno Famin's planned departure at the end of August, Alpine has appointed Oliver Oakes as its new team principal. At 36, Oakes is currently at the helm of Hi-Tech GP in F2 and F3. His mission will be to revive Alpine, which is 8th in the constructors' standings in 2024. He will take up his duties after the summer break and will become the second youngest team principal in F1 history. His priority will be to get the team back on track for performance, as Alpine has struggled to get back to the front since its 4th place in 2022. As for Bruno Famin, he will devote himself entirely to Renault's activities at Viry-Châtillon from September, because in addition to F1, Renault is also involved in other automobile championships. What's wrong with Lando Norris? The 24-year-old driver didn't seem to have fun at all in a video called The Face Mash posted a few days ago. During a game involving several drivers, each of them had to guess the mixed faces of their colleagues on a fake face. Norris didn't seem to be part of it, maybe because of his recent frustration after the last 2 races. In Hungary, he had to give up first place to his colleague Oscar Piastri, and Piastri beat him in Belgium by finishing on the podium. I remind you that to support this new channel, please subscribe and click on the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Feel free to give me your feedback on my videos and to let me know your requests. Red Bull team principal Christian Horner has expressed his sadness at Renault's decision to end its F1 engine project, while the Alpine team is considering taking a customer engine for the 2026 season. Outgoing Alpine team principal Bruno Famin has confirmed that Renault will reallocate its Viry-Châtillon F1 engine base to other projects. Renault-owned Alpine could return to Mercedes engines in 2026, after their last partnership in 2015. Red Bull won 4 consecutive championships with Renault engines between 2010 and 2013, thanks to their blown diffuser technology. However, disappointing performance under V6 hybrid engine regulations led to tensions, and Red Bull eventually parted ways with Renault in 2019 to partner with Honda. Reacting to Renault's decision, Horner expressed his regret and wished their former teammates well, despite anger from Viry staff who see the move as a betrayal. Just for fun, let's admire these beautiful concepts created for each F1 team, including Alfa Romeo. Tell me which one you prefer. The 2025 Formula One grid is taking shape with several significant moves. What do we know so far? Haas has announced the departure of Nico Hülkenberg, who will join Sauber in 2025 before moving to Audi in 2026. Sauber will have to find him a teammate, as Valtteri Bottas and Guan Yu Zhou are out of contract. Esteban Ocon leaves Alpine by mutual agreement and joins Haas. Young Oliver Bearman will be the team's second driver. Racing Bulls extends Yuki Tsunoda and could welcome Liam Lawson, leaving Daniel Ricciardo uncertain. Pierre Gasly affirms his long-term project at Alpine. Who will be the second driver? As previously mentioned, Carlos Sainz commits to Williams, where he joins Alex Albon. Red Bull extends Sergio Perez until 2026 despite his recent disappointing performances. He should not overshadow Max Verstappen. Ferrari recruits Lewis Hamilton, who will team up with Charles Leclerc. The empty seat at Mercedes should be for young Andrea Kimi Antonelli. George Russell will therefore have rookie as teammate. McLaren retains Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri for 2025. Aston Martin extends Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll. I hope you enjoyed this content. Subscribe to support this new channel and activate the bell so you don't miss what comes next. See you soon.